Welcome back to the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie, and we head to Mechanicsville, Maryland for the Budds Creek National this weekend. The player that picks the highest scoring team in the championship league will be taking home a Carson Mumford jersey this weekend. As always, 5 riders I want you to pay attention to when picking your team, as well as an early look at my own. Before we jump into that, let's peek at who is in and who is out this weekend. 3 big debuts this weekend in the 250 class with Julian Beaumer, Casey Cochran, and Mark Finnis stepping up to the big leagues at Budds. We will be without all-star RJ Hampshire this weekend, as well as many of the Euro transplants from last week in the 450 class. All right, this weekend, 3 riders I want you to look at, 1 guy to stay away from, and a high handicap guy. If you're looking for flyers, 250 all-star spot, I'm filling it with Hayden DEEGAN. Danger Boy comes in needing a top 5 to max out, something he has done in the majority of motos, and without counting his mechanical DNF last weekend, his floor is ridiculously high for a rookie with a worst finish of just 10th this season. My do not pick of the week is Caden BRASWELL. In fact, I wouldn't touch any of the high handicap 250 guys. With 3 rookies looking to make a splash this weekend, there will be much more pressure on those back-end qualifiers who are likely worn down after racing all summer. Compared to the adrenaline-fueled amateurs that want to make a mark for themselves, 450 All-Star has to be Ty Masterpool. The 81 has ballooned up to a 7 handicap despite an average finish of 8th. Discounting his 1 DNF, he's been in the top 10 in every single moto in the 450 class, and that kind of consistency is enough for an easy all-star lock. A double eligible guy that I do like is Phil Nicoletti. The filthy one comes into another East Coast track that should be good for him, but he's been sneaky good against this 4 handicap, with 5 of his last 6 motos inside that threshold, with 2 top 10s in his last 3 rounds. The high handicap hero of the round given to a rider with a handicap of 10 or more that I think has a realistic chance to score massive points if you're the type of person that likes to sweat out a little LCQ action for a big payout. This week I'm looking at another of the 2023 Loretta class, but this time it's an unsung hero. Bryce Shelley finished 3rd overall in the Open Pro Sport at Loretta's, ahead of 250 Pro Sport champion Gavin Towers, moto-winning Mark Finnis, and Red Bull KTM's Julian Beaumer. And he is already experienced, having raced 6 pro motos on the big bike this season, finishing top 20 in all but 1, with 2 top 12s giving him a big upside this weekend. FFL, the 250 spot is hard to pick, but this late in the season, many of you need to make up points, and this is where you can do it. My money is on Justin Cooper. He is still in the title hunt and has the most in the class, not to mention a short sprint to the finish line favors his reaction and reflex. 450 side, Jet locks it back down, making it 15 of 18 this year and continues to be the obvious pick in the big class. Another leisurely mild weekend in the Northeast with temperatures in the high 70s, just barely touching 80s by the end with nothing but sun in the sky. Race day live begins at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. RotoMoto patrons can expect that enhanced cheat sheet around 11:30 a.m. and the rest of you will get the basic qualifying cheat sheet around noon Eastern, with the picks locking and the gates getting ready to drop at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific for 4 hours of racing action on Peacock. Before I show you my early team, I want to talk about Maxxis Tire coming back for 11 rounds of outdoors so that I can deliver these videos for you. You know Maxxis Tire. You know their MXST tire designed by the king of Supercross and my all-time favorite rider, Jeremy McGrath. It is the newest and most advanced tire on the Maxxis MX lineup, featuring an all-new tread pattern, compound, and composition to provide the stability, predictability, and traction that the upper tiers of motocross demand. Available at your local retailer and also at motosport.com. My Thursday team has Hayden DEEGAN at a 4, the 3 handicap of Austin Faulkner and Seth Hammaker, as well as their teammate Ryder DeFrancesco at a 5. 450 side, I am favoring Ty Masterpool as my all-star, Jason Anderson at a 0, Justin Barcia's 2, as well as Jay Wilson at a 7. Thank you so much for watching the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie. May your chiz this weekend. Remember that 8 is great. And most importantly, have fun. Good luck, y'all.